Sorry about that. That was a little bit chaotic, but I mean, I was just so excited to see you all again. Anyway, welcome all you hags and you slags. My name is Mother Moocake, yours truly, and I cordially invite you to the 30k Q&A. I would just like to start this video by saying a tremendously huge thank you for reaching 30,000 subscribers. We've actually hit 34k since I announced I was going to do this video, so that's even more mind-blowing. Thank you beyond words. I can't really find the words to really express how grateful and shocked I am. But please be assured that I very much am. This means the world to me, so thank you very much for every little piece of support that I've got. It's still a bit surreal, to be honest. Like, there's little bands and artists that I listen to, and some of them have got less subscribers than me now on YouTube. Like, that just doesn't seem right in my head. So I'm still like a little bit pinch me. But yeah, I'm very, very grateful, like I said. Thank you so much for everything that's been done. So to celebrate the occasion anyway, I've decided to do a little Q&A video for you all. Fun fact, the last time that I did a Q&A was 7 years ago when I hit 1,000 subscribers. Yote or yeet? Okay. Well, first off, let's just start this shit off by saying that I genuinely despise both of those words. I hate them both so much. They just annoy me. Oh, good God. Oh, look at me. What the fuck went wrong? Oh my God, I had hair and I had hope for the future. I mean, you poor, sweet summer child. You got no idea what's coming for you. Anyway, that's enough of me being depressed. Let's get some questions up, shall we? What have we got first? How many bodies are kept in your cupboard? Right, Claire, let's get one thing very fucking clear, shall we? I don't have any bodies in my cupboard. I bury my bodies in my backyard like a sophisticated human being. I mean, what do you think I am, some kind of animal? Jesus. I've got no idea how many are there, though. I lost count a long time ago. Will there be any more Moocake lore? I found your channel through the Andro video and have been a huge fan since. Went on a mad binge of your videos and the lore was really interesting, or entertaining even. I'd love to see more. Yes, is the long story short. There will 110% be more lore. Long story short, about 3 years ago, I decided to move country, which isn't an easy thing to do, I'm sure you'd agree. And when I moved, I had to leave quite a lot of my shit behind with my parents. And that includes all of my YouTube stuff, so like my green screen and all my big kind of tripods for outdoor filming and all that sort of stuff. It's all still in a room in my parents' house in boxes. And what's happened over the last 3 years basically is I've been slowly like drip fed my stuff back. Every time I go over and visit, I'll bring some shit back with me. Every time they come here, they'll bring some stuff with them, and I'm slowly getting all of my stuff back. So as soon as I get the YouTube shit back, the lore will continue, basically. It's on a bit of a indefinite hiatus at the moment, but the second I'm able to do it again, I will, don't you worry. Are you single? Yes. Why? Are you interested? I have been single for about a year now, actually, thinking about it, and I don't really see that changing anytime soon. Physically I'm 26, but mentally I'm probably in my 70s, and I've got the attention span of a 5-year-old. But hey, if any of you ladies would like an incredibly mediocre boyfriend, please leave your applications down in the comments below. Why are you British? Says the user that's impersonating an Italian plumber. To be honest, I don't know, man. I guess that God just hates me. It is a curse and an affliction, and every day it torments my very soul, and I can only apologise for the pain that it must inflict upon all of you as well. Dear Mother, any good books you're reading, cool shows you're watching, or great drugs you're doing that you'd recommend? Well, it's great to hear from you, Opalescent. I've known this lady for quite a few years now. She once featured on a podcast that I used to run. I'm currently reading... Where the fuck did I put it? I'm currently reading this book here. It's about the history of Britain from 1900 to 1945. And then there's a sequel about it from... Oh, there's a sequel from 1945 to, I think, the mid-2000s then. So I'm going to read both of those. I'm also listening to a couple of audiobooks. One is called Powers and Thrones by Dan Jones. It's about the Middle Ages, the medieval period. As for great drugs, I mean, just smoke some weed, I guess. That's what I'd do. Why the name Mother Moocake? Yes, I was expecting this question. Well, it's a bit of a long story. It starts all the way back in, I would say, 2010, when I started secondary school. And I met a friend. He's still one of my best mates to this day. I met a friend called Liam. And we became very good mates, and we were like 11, 12 at the time, and very hilarious, and random XD. And we thought that it was absolutely hilarious, the pinnacle of human comedy. We thought it was just brilliant to make up random words and scream them at each other. Because, you know, that's what 11-year-olds find funny. And one of the favourite words that we invented and would randomly just yell at each other was Moocake. And it's basically become a bit of an in-joke between the two of us ever since. And it also became my de facto kind of username. Like when I made my Xbox Live, and my Steam, and my Skype, and pretty much any other account I can think of, my de facto username was, I guess I'll just call myself Moocake. So when I went to make this YouTube channel, that was the first name that came to my head. However, there's another layer to this which I think is kind of nice, if I say so myself. That same friend Liam that I used to scream Moocake at, he's also the friend that got me into YouTube in the first place. We used to watch a lot of well, it was like 2010s YouTube, so we watched like a lot of PewDiePie, Markiplier, a lot of Let's Plays, a lot of Lego animations as well, actually. And he came into school one day, we were probably about 12 or something, and he just came into school and went, I've started a YouTube channel. And I went, oh yeah, good for you, mate. And he said, yeah, you've got to start a YouTube channel too. And I was like, why have I got to do it? And he said, because when I get big and YouTube famous, I'm going to need somebody to collaborate with. And I was like, oh, of course, that makes total sense. So I started a shitty little YouTube channel in the school library that very day. And we made very crappy Lego animations and cringy Let's Plays, and I assure you, all of this content has been purged from the internet now. I have been meticulous. But we made content off and on for years, and eventually he decided to, you know, grow up and get a job and have a normal life, and I decided to continue being a dysfunctional little degenerate, and I started this channel in 2016. So, yeah, Moocake has always been my de facto username, has been for a long time, but I kind of like that, you know, it's also called Moocake for my mate as well, because I would have never started a YouTube channel if he hadn't have made me back when we were kids. I just know for a fact that it's a thought that wouldn't have even ever crossed my mind. So if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be doing this shit. What video would you say you're most proud of the result of right now? Whether that be the actual video itself and its content, or the impressions it's made for you and your channel. I found you through your video on Prince Andrew personally, so I'm biased towards that one. Well, that's very kind of you, thank you very much. I am quite proud of the Prince Andrew video, I won't lie. However, I did make a couple of very small but stupid mistakes in it. Number one, I called Prince Philip King Philip. I always call King Philip a king in my own head because he's a prince, and so are his kids, and so are his grandkids, and so are his great-grandkids, and it just gets so fucking confusing the amount of princes there are. So I call him a king in my own head, but I shouldn't have done that for the video. The other moronic thing that I did is that at one point in that video, I call Virginia Giuffre, I call her Victoria Giuffre for some reason. Like, just complete, total brain fart moment. And I don't know how the fuck I missed it as well, it just completely slipped through. So that's just embarrassing, to be completely honest with you. Those two little errors do kind of piss me off every time I look back at the video, but other than that, I am very proud of that video. I think the actual main content and meat and potatoes of it, I think that's all pretty sound and pretty good in my opinion. Other pretty videos that I'm proud of, I'd have to say the Titan sub video, to be honest. That's the first kind of proper mockumentary that I did. I'd been stagnating a little bit before I made that video. I'd been making kind of like YouTube commentary videos, you know, on other YouTube channels, you know, drama and clickbait and that sort of bullshit. And I do kind of enjoy doing that, but I'd just been doing it for so long continuously that I was starting to get a bit tired of it. So the mockumentary angle to the channel has really helped kind of keep it a bit more fluid for me. And the Titan sub was the first one that I did. And it got a really nice a decent reception as well, which is always really nice to fucking see, to be honest. It tells you that you've done something right. My third and final video on Onision, I did a trilogy on him. I'm very proud of that one. I'm quite proud of the video I did on pickup artists and online dating scams. I did that like 4 or 5 years ago now, to be fair. That's an old ass video. Yeah, I can't think of any more off the... Actually, no. The video I did on I'm Alex, that'd be a last one. I'm quite proud of that. The rest are all fucking dog shit. What if the world was made of pudding? I think we'd probably all be fatter, more dependent on raisins, and less economically and geographically stable. What's your favourite song? Congratulations on 30k subscribers. Your channel is severely underrated. I hope you know your content is a massive comfort to me. I hope you genuinely sleep well at night. Oh, that was very nice of you. I'm actually quite touched. Fucking hell, that was very unexpectedly wholesome. What's my favourite song? Oh shit, that's a very good question, actually. Okay, I'm going to cop out and I'm going to give you two. They're both from the same band. My favourite band is Motorhead. There's two songs from them. I couldn't pick between them which is best, but one of them is called I Don't Believe a Word, and the other one is a cover of Sympathy of the Devil, originally by the Rolling Stones. Yeah, I listen to a lot of rock and roll, heavy metal, and punk music, and Motorhead basically is an amalgamation of all three of those genres. I've been a big fan of your channel for a handful of years now, and seeing your growth and riveting content has been amazing to watch. Bless you, Sound a Lonely 50. I fucking remember you. You have been around here for at least, I would say, 6-7 years now. Thank you for sticking around. You're a fucking OG, you are. My questions are, which video was your favourite to make, and which one was the most difficult to make? I think the two videos that I had the most trouble making were, again, the third and final Onision video. There was a lot of shit to trawl through for that, and not a lot of it was particularly nice. And then the other one was, very recently, my video on the Liver King, ironically. There was a lot to trawl through that as well. The thing that made that difficult is that Brian Johnson, aka the Liver King, he's not a very coherent chap nowadays, so it did get quite difficult to figure out what the fuck was going on at points. But yeah, I'd say they're probably the two that I've struggled with the most in recent years. But they're also two videos I'm extremely proud of. I find that a lot of the videos I'm most proud of, like all the ones that I listed earlier that I said that I'm proud of, they were also all a fucking ball ache to make, and I think that kind of goes together. It makes it more satisfying when you finally see this thing you've been dreaming up and building, you finally see it complete, sort of thing. It's a very satisfying thing for me anyway, I don't know. A lot of YouTubers will say that they are an amalgamation of all the channels they themselves watch and indirectly copy. Is that also the case with you, and if so, where do you think the inspiration comes through the most? It's definitely true with me. I would say it's more indirect. I've never decided, oh, I want to make content like this person, but there's been an element of their content, or maybe a particular thing that they do, or a style that they go for that I think I can work with this. I can make this my own, if that makes sense. I think probably the biggest influence I had was Filthy Frank. I watched a lot of him back in 2015, 2016. I still go back and watch his channel sometimes today, to be honest. It's some of the funniest content ever, in my opinion. But what I really took away from that content was just how scuffed it was. Like, the camera quality, audio quality wasn't very good. It was just him in his shitty room with an awful backdrop, and he was just talking, you know, like he didn't care. It wasn't like streamlined or super duper scripted like most content is. And it kind of opened my eyes. It's like, oh shit, I don't need a big fucking camera and a huge budget and a big glossy smile and perfect script to make content. Because I still have got pretty shit equipment, to be honest. I can't afford any better. So yeah, that was a huge inspiration to me in that sort of way. It's like, oh, I can just make scuffed content and lean into that scuffedness. And so yeah, that's where the Moocake show, Where Dreams Come to Die, kind of comes from. That's where I got that idea from. Other influences, I would say, I really like some commentary channels like Colossal is Crazy and Nerd City. I think they're absolutely fucking brilliant. If you haven't seen those channels before, you should go and have a look. Unfortunately, neither of them upload very much. It's like, they'll upload like once every few years. So you think my fucking upload schedule's bad? Jesus, you got it lucky, son. They do very long, very detailed, very in-depth commentary videos, usually on other YouTube videos, but they're so funny and well researched, and the editing is amazing as well. They really go in for hyper editing when they can. So I guess I took a lot away from them in terms of researching videos and presenting information, because you've got to present a lot of information for commentaries and mockumentaries, and that can just turn into reading Wikipedia if you're not careful. You've got to try and make it entertaining. Do you perhaps know where I can find the will to live? Yours sincerely, your favourite stalker. So you're the bastard that's been standing at the foot of my bed these last few weeks. I got no clue where that shit's at, man. But I tell you what, if I ever stumble across it, you'll be the first person to know. What is the best British dish you could recommend for an American to try? Dude, This is Britain. We don't have any kind of fucking cuisine at all. All our food is dog shit. That's just common knowledge on the internet these days, surely. I've seen your Doctor Who stuff in your past videos. Who's your favourite Doctor? I love David Tennant's Doctor, also Patrick Troughton and Peter Capaldi. Yeah, I used to have a lot of Doctor Who shit in the background of my videos. Not intentionally, it was just that was the only place I had space for it. So from the modern era, which is 2005 onwards, I guess I would have to say, I think David Tennant and Peter Capaldi as well, to be honest. And then for the classic Doctors, I really like Tom Baker, the 4th Doctor, and Sylvester McCoy, the 7th Doctor. How do you not have a larger following given your excellent video quality? Explain. Reminds me of conversations with my father. Why are you not doing better? My God, man, explain! I'm just kidding, of course. I love my father very much. He thinks I'm a disappointment, though. I remember it would have been like 2018, I think. Or no, just the start of 2019, like January 2019. It was just after the Christmas holidays. I'd just gone back to uni, and I was visiting a good mate of mine, also one of my best mates ever. You know who you are, you stupid bastard. We were showing each other some of the shit we got for Christmas, and he got a record. We both collect vinyl, we both love vinyls. And he'd got on a vinyl, and it was, I think it was like 10 or 12 tracks, and it was rock and roll tracks that had almost made it, but not quite. We put it on, we stuck it on the player, and we expected it to be like the first round of the X Factor, where you get the really shit, funny people. And what we actually got was 10 to 12 incredibly, phenomenally good songs, in my opinion. Even if I didn't like them very much. They were all so well produced and technically really good, and the lyrics were good, and if you heard it on a radio, like, yeah, even if you didn't like it, you wouldn't be surprised to hear it on a radio. And it's just kind of made me think, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of fucking luck that goes into this. And I don't mean to sound like a fucking Debbie Downer, so I think that's probably why. The YouTube algorithm has finally blessed me with a bit of luck. But, I mean, yeah, this channel's 10 years old in about 5 months, so yeah, it's been a long time coming. All hail! I'm 2 days late because I'm an idiot. My question for you, if you could abolish one thing, what would it be? Love you, Mother Moo. Imagine if I was a proper dickhead now and just didn't answer the question. What would I abolish? I mean, off the top of my head, the monarchy, probably. I think they're very, very interesting, don't get me wrong, but I also think they're completely bloody useless. I would also abolish TikTok, just because I fucking hate TikTok, to be honest. There's no other agenda, I just think it's a load of wank. And I think if I could abolish anything else, I think I'd probably abolish people who play music out loud on public transport, or like loud phone conversations, anything like that. Just line them up against a wall and abolish them. What's the biggest thing you've learned about making content or being a YouTuber that you wish you had known sooner? Now, believe it or not, I went to school with this gentleman. I recognise his fucking YouTube channel. Nice to see you, Clayton. Hope you and the family are well. Well, I mean, I could say loads of various editing and camera techniques that I've picked up over the years, but that would probably be quite boring. One of the best things I've picked up, though, as daft as it sounds, is I've stopped taking YouTube quite as seriously. When I first started doing this channel, I wanted to do, for want of better terms, short comedy sketches and vlogs. I wanted them to be like funny and entertaining, obviously, but I took them quite seriously, and I wanted them to be perfect and really kind of good and professional, and I wanted my scripts to be on point and all my angles to be good and all that sort of stuff. And I think that hindered my content for a while. I think I was overthinking it, for want of better terms. I guess taking a bit of a chill pill with it and just rolling with it a bit more and being a bit more casual, I think that's when I started to get a bit good at making content. I guess that's a bit of advice for anybody that's thinking of starting a YouTube channel. Don't take it too seriously and just do it for the sheer fucking hell of it, to be honest. If you find it fun, then that will kind of come out in the content anyway and improve it. That's what I've always thought. What rotted your brain more? The Onision trilogy, the Liver King, or the moron trying to convert the natives of North Sentinel Island? It's gotta go to Onision, man. I have to be honest, there isn't much of a competition here. In 2020, 2021 and 2022, I did a 3-part series called Onision's Crimes Against Something. And the first one was about his books, the second one was about his music, and the third one was about the man himself. And yeah, I trawled through a lot of shit for those 3 videos. And they all kind of carry on from each other. They were all released exactly a year after each other, 13th of April of 2020, 21, 22. And yeah, I'm amazingly proud of those videos, but holy shit. I had to read a lot of bad books, I had to listen to a lot of horrendous music, and I had to trawl through a lot of rather unsavoury things, shall we say. If you want some more information, please by all means check out the trilogy, my dude. The other two videos did rot my brains as well, don't get me wrong. I think the Liver King one more so, if I think about it. But in both cases, the Liver King and North Sentinel, I kind of... Well, I pity the Liver King a little bit. I know he's only got himself to blame, but it's just a bit sad to see him in such a riddled state. And as for the guy that tried to convert the North Sentinelese people, I agree that he's a fucking moron, but it's just really sad. I think that's a bit of a tragedy, to be honest, and I really feel for his family. So they were brain-rotting to learn about, but it was more a kind of like, oh, this is awful kind of brain rot, rather than a what the fuck am I reading sort of brain rot, you know what I mean? Do you have any experience in writing or research? Wondered how you got so good at it? Well, I'm flattered that you think I'm good at it. As I mentioned earlier, I've made mistakes in my Prince Andrew video and other videos as well. I am flattered that you think I'm decent at it. The only experience I've really had is when I went to university. I studied archaeology and history, and then I did a master's as well in museum studies. Basically how to run a museum was what my master's degree was in. And both my undergrad and my master's were very essay heavy. There was a lot of writing. I think I did 3 dissertations in the end in the space of about 4 years. So yeah, I just got quite used to, and I guess semi-good at researching topics and writing it up in a decent format. The way that I research and write my YouTube scripts is very, very similar to how I did it in uni. The only difference is I don't go to the uni library anymore and I don't have a fucking bibliography. Whatever became of Tyrone the Tyrannosaurus Rex? Yes, I did have quite a few comments asking me this. So, as I mentioned earlier in this video, the Moocake lore is currently on hiatus. Owing to the fact that a load of shit, including one particular dinosaur, is still in my parents' house in some boxes. According to the official Moocake lore, Tyrone is currently missing. If you watch my video about I'm Alex, it'll explain exactly why. And so currently, if you want a lore-friendly answer, I am searching the multiverse for Tyrone the Tyrannosaurus Rex. I have not found him yet. I hope to very soon. What are your thoughts on the Epstein/Andrew, formerly known as Prince, that's quite funny, stuff that comes out since your video from them? What do you think is going to happen with that from here on out? I've had a few comments asking me to do a sequel to the Andrew video, to be honest, and I am almost tempted at this point. It's really, really sad that Virginia Giuffre is dead, first and foremost. I really wish that she was still on this mortal plane to see what's going on right now, because she deserves every single fucking line of it. And it is very satisfying, I have to say, seeing Andrew, you know, formally stripped of his titles, no longer a prince. Literally, he is a commoner now like the rest of us. I think that's so funny. It's just a shame that it's taken this long to do it, really. And he definitely deserves more as well. He deserves everything that he fucking gets and more, to be honest with you. Overall, I think it's at least going in the right direction, and I really fucking hope we could get him in front of a jury. I think that would be chef's kiss. What do you do if a pelican flies into your house by the window? I would assume, depending on your opinions of pelicans, you either make love or make war with it. Bonus question, have you read Love in the Time of Cholera by Gabriel Garcia Marquez, and what's your opinion about it? I feel the main male character is a jerk, but in the end he gets away with it, and the narrative No, I haven't read it. I'm not going to read the rest of this fucking comment either, sorry. Let's be realistic here, dude. I don't have the fucking attention span for this. As someone also riddled with ADHD that's been watching for way too many years, what keeps you going on YouTube? Do you just enjoy making the videos, or do you feel like you have to keep watchers subscribed with new content? Thank you for all your years of support, fellow ADHD haver. I really thoroughly just enjoy making YouTube. I've said this a few times in videos over the years, but I would still be doing it if I had 2 subscribers. I thoroughly enjoy the process of writing, recording, and editing videos. I would do it just for my own entertainment. The fact that I've started getting followers and nice comments and a bit of ad revenue out of it, that's just... I get bonuses for doing shit I would do anyway because I want to. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just great in my head. Sometimes I go through bouts where I can't be asked to make videos, or I get a bit burnt out. That's the main reason that my upload schedule is so crap, to be honest. Since the YouTube channel has started to grow bigger, I have started to feel a bit bad and a little bit guilty sometimes about not uploading very regularly, so I've started to try and kick myself up the arse a bit more, with varying success. But hey, it's a sprint. Oh no, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Yeah, I think that's how that quote goes. Anyway, yeah, I hope that answers your question. I think I have the same Casio watch. Is it the one with the tide graph on it? Oh shit, no, mine's got the moon phase. I used to have the tide graph one though. I know what you mean. This is a Casio Mudman. If I can get it off my fucking skinny ass wrist. G9300. Yeah, it looks like that. I don't know if you can see that in my shitty little camera and lighting and all the glare on the screen. But yeah, it's got like a stopwatch and a timer, and it's water resistant and all that sort of good shit. I've had it for like 10 years now, and it's solar powered as well, so I never even have to change the fucking battery. It's just the most low effort watch I've ever had, and I love it. Would you ever write a book, any book of your choice, that you think would add to the world in general, or just something along those lines? Thanks for making good laughs. You're very welcome for good laughs. I would write a book, to be fair. I doubt I'll ever get the opportunity. But I would either write a short book of, like, funny anecdotes. Basically, I would call it the Ranthology, I've always thought. And it would just be maybe, like, 30 to 35 5-minute little chapters about an everyday rant, or something that pisses everybody off. I'd like to do that. If I didn't do that, I would also like to write a book of silly poems. Though I'm not sure how good I'd be at that. But yeah, I think one of those two if I ever got the chance. What was the best sandwich you ever ate? Okay, I'm not sure if it counts as a sandwich, right? But I lived in Ireland for a good few years, and over in the Republic of Ireland, there is a wonderful thing called the hot chicken roll. And if you go into any deli counter, or any kind of deli shop in the country, and ask for a hot chicken roll, they will know exactly what you're talking about. They'll just ask you what you want in it, and they'll just crack the fuck on. Basically, it's just a big, kind of French baguette roll. It's got loads of breaded chicken in it of your choice, loads of cheese, loads of mayonnaise, any other lettuce or whatever you want added into it. It is heavenly. I basically ate it every day for lunch for like the entire 3.5, 4 years I was in uni. Hi Moocake. I love your videos, and I was wondering what videos you've got in the works next. Yeah, I've got one called My Name is Moocake, not Mooncake. Slight tangent here, but interesting story. For the first like 5-6 years of my YouTube channel's life, none of my content would appear when you searched Moocake. YouTube would instead say, did you mean mooncake? And it would show you a load of content about mooncakes, which I gather is some sort of Asian delicacy. I genuinely have never watched a video about mooncakes. I'm almost resentful towards their existence. But one day, I finally did it. I looked up Moocake on YouTube, and my content came up before fucking mooncakes. And that, I think, is probably one of the greatest demons I've had to slay on my YouTube path. Have you considered covering the post office scandal? It's been a couple of years now since the ITV drama, and the mainstream media has gone mostly silent on it. That is actually a very good suggestion. I hadn't considered it before I read this comment, but I'm going to write that down, actually, and think about that. I forgive you for calling me Mooncake. I hope I'm still in time. I wanted to say congratulations on 30k. People don't appear for nothing, so that shows that the content you make is working for you, IMO. Thank you, that's very kind of you. My question is, what advice would you have given yourself at the start that you know now? You are going to lose your hair. No, memes aside, I think I've kind of alluded to them both already a little bit. But firstly, I would tell myself, don't take it so fucking seriously. And second, I would tell myself, stop worrying about like your employers or your teachers or your classmates or whatever. I mean, I started this channel when I was still in school. So first I used to worry that my classmates would see the content and make fun of me. And then I started worrying that my uni lecturers would see it or something and pull me aside, and then I started worrying that my employers would see it maybe, as I got older and older through the years. And basically I tell myself, stop fucking worrying about that, it's going to be fine. What I would also tell myself though is, stop taking it so seriously. Embrace the degeneracy, as Filthy Frank did, and just have a bit more fucking fun with it. Because I think, again, that's kind of what made me start being good at YouTube, when I started to just be a bit more laid back and fucking goofy with it, I guess. Yeah, I think that's probably where I'd go with that. And I think I'm going to leave it on that one, with that all said and done. I think that was a decent amount of questions. And I have to be honest, I actually really fucking enjoyed this, so thank you very much for all the comments. Sorry if I didn't get to show yours. I did get quite a few in the end. But I did notice that a few questions were very similar to each other. There were a few, or quite a lot of comments that were asking similar things, so I hope even if your comment wasn't featured that you at least got a bit of an answer to your query. And hey, if this goes down well, if you enjoyed this as well, I'd be happy to do them again more regularly. I mean, yeah, this is the first one I've done in 7 years, so I'm sure I could churn one out, you know, quicker than that. Again, I would like to say thank you so much for 30,000 and also 34,000 subscribers, but thank you so much for the milestone either way. It is just incredible how much support I've gotten in the last, like, year and a bit, and I'm just blown away. Again, I'm still pinching myself. Doesn't really feel real, and I'm really truly grateful to each and every little piece of support that you've thrown this degenerate little channel. So bless your very cotton socks. Thank you very much. Anyway, thank you again so much for watching and for 30k. I'll see you soon in the next video. Take a steady, eat your greens, and I'll leave you with this parting thought. What's the difference between ignorance and apathy? I don't know, and I don't care.